Just a little advice: if you see John walk towards you tonight with a beer with a shot glass in it, just run. Don't make eye contact. Just go. Trust me.
I got your back, John.
Jeff will
Joey John Charles and Boston never get along.
Now, since John and I share a brain, only one of us can talk at the same time, so I'll begin. First off, big prayers to Mike and Katie and little Mikey. I think we're all thinking of you, and we'll continue to. The other thing is, obviously, this is an award for Massachusetts franchisee, but in our state, we really pride ourselves on working together, doing things collaboratively, and I want to recognize all Massachusetts owners, trainers, spouses, so I just want to give a round of applause for all you guys out here. And now, John's going to tell a little joke. It's not about Jeff.
It's more of a story than a joke. In fact, there are two very quick stories, so bear with me here. And I thought long and hard, where do I begin talking about this franchisee, because there's just so much material.
How long do you guys have?
Yeah. First story is I get all excited. I set the expectation for the first bar visit. We're going to spend probably 4 hours together. I've set aside my whole schedule. I'll see you then. Then I get to his studio and he says, no, we're going to screw all that noise. We're going to go be on TV right now. And I said, what? He said, yeah, I just booked a 1-hour live TV spot with the president of the Chamber of Commerce, and you're coming with me. And I said, okay, that's great. And, that's some of the reasons why he's so successful. He's always branching out in the community. You're going to hear some numbers that will just blow your mind, but I thought it was funny. Once we got there, he was more nervous than a virgin on prom night, if you know what I'm saying. I ended up carrying the entire interview. And my second story, a little lighter, a little quicker, is last year in Breckenridge. It was the first night we were there. We're all drinking, obviously. And we go to this bar that's on a boat. Some of you were there.
On a boat.
It was not an illusion, it was a bar on a boat. Brendan never left the bar on the boat. He showed up the next day, never having gone to sleep, never having stopped drinking, but he never missed any segments. And that, to me, is true dedication. You know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking about. So I cannot say enough good things about this franchisee. We're going to give you a couple of quick stats and then get him his award that's very well deserved.
So anyway, this individual has been with the franchise family for about 3 or 4 years, and when we met him, he was in the process of transferring over a studio from an owner that really needed to get out. And John and I had our doubts because the process was just murder. It was a transfer process that seemed like it wasn't going to happen. There was a lease ending, and I think we both had questions. There was times where I said, I don't know if it's going to happen. I'm not even sure this person really wants to do it. I think they might be just dragging along and saying yes, yes, yes. And then one night I got a text at about 11:30, and I'm never really up at that hour. And it said, "Can you talk now?" And I said, this do or die. I said, yeah, I'll give you a call right now. So I wound up talking to this individual for about 45 minutes, and it was that moment that I said, this guy is crazy, but I want him on my team. And it's proved to really be a good marriage, I think, for all of us. Let me give you some numbers, and these aren't really numbers that indicate why he's getting the award, but I think it's important to look at it. 2011 revenue for this studio was $208,000. That was for the whole year. 2002 revenue through October 2012 was $373,000. I'm not good at math, but that's definitely better. He's projected to go probably about $430,000 for 2012. That's double. I know that. But the real numbers that were throwing me, and I gotta say, this is a person that, I'd get a text from him on a Friday, and they'd say, "What are you doing this weekend?" And I said, nothing, whatever. And yeah, they'd say, "Oh yeah, I'm going to run a marathon." I'm like, "Oh, okay. Do you train?" "No, not really. I'm just gonna run with this person that, asked me." I'm like, "Oh, that's normal." After a while, this stuff just started happening. I started getting all these emails, and I'm like, "What is going on?" And I'm still not exactly sure. But we started looking at this and saying, there is a story here, and there's someone that's really making a huge impact, and actually not making a big deal about it, which I thought was sort of cool as well, not really advertising it. But we're going to advertise a little bit right now. Here's some stats. This person ran the Boston Marathon, raised $30,000 for a learning group in New Hampshire, I believe, School for Autistic Children, who he provides actually vocational and skills tutoring, basically. $30,000 for them. He did the Timberman Sprint Triathlon, Make-A-Wish Foundation. Each runner that he worked out with donated $500 and $1,000 each. The Boys and Girls Club sponsored that, $5,000 donation. Chicago Marathon, he raised $3,500 for St. Jude's Hospital for Cancer for kids who have cancer. Philadelphia Marathon, $2,000 for the learning group with autistic kids. Relay for Life, this is the one that put me over the top. Relay for Life, $147,000. And I know I'm missing stuff because when I emailed trying to get real numbers, he was like questioning me. He's like, "What is it? What is it? Why are you asking for numbers? What is it?" And I know there's more, but I just couldn't get more without giving it away. But it's my honor and really a privilege to work with him and all the franchisees in our state. But I want to call up Brendan Stapelton.
Brendan!
Making him back.
Oh, good,
Yeah, I was gonna say, you guys are like. You guys like the cool kids at the table.
Serious pro. Oh yeah, talk.
I'm not sure I'm really up here. I want publicity. I couldn't do it, without you guys. Some of the charities I've run for, done triathlons for, a lot of the FT franchises across the country, a ton in mass, have donated to the causes. I've sent out Facebook requests and people just send money in, which is awesome. I don't know, that's it. I just abuse myself for the kids, I guess. I'm gonna keep on doing it. So get ready for those requests. Just start sending me money. No, I love FT, and it's a good place to be. Very excited. I just took over another place. So I'm just going to keep going. And this conference is awesome. I get very excited about the national and regional things we do. And I definitely couldn't do it without these two guys, because I call one of them each day. When one doesn't answer, I call the other one, and then when he doesn't answer, I just call the other one again. 25 missed calls apiece. So yeah. So thank you for the award, and thanks for being a great community. I'm glad to be part of FT.